Okay, now. Oh, all right.
You should be there with.
That's one. Oh, yeah.
Right. Wait a second, before you go, so who's in the back there? Who's waving at me? Hi,
Hi, Ashley, student nurse.
Ashley?
Yes.
And Kelly.
Ashley,
Hello.
and your name is,
Kelly.
say it again?
Kelly.
Kelly, hi Kelly.
Hi.
All right, nurses, yay nurses,
Good.
right? Are you guys student nurses? All right, we got Cornelia, and we got Frank, and we got Beatrice. How are you guys? Ready to move and make some noise? All right, so, and sing. And we're gonna play baseball today too, okay? So, because, you know, it's the World Series. But before that, we gotta get warmed up. So take a nice deep breath in. Bring your shoulders all the way up. Okay, move them around. Can you move them around a little bit? There we go. Deep breath in. Roll your shoulders like this. There we go. Back the other way. Okay, good one. And then you guys ready to sing about the beautiful morning? Because it's a pretty beautiful morning out there, right? Gorgeous autumn morning.
Yes.
So, right? So everybody sit up straight. Exhale. And then you go, oh, can you say that? Oh, I can't hear you, Frank. Oh, Beatrice. Oh, Cornelia. Oh, can you say, oh, Cornelia? Oh, there we go. At the count of three, we're going to put that together. Wait a second. When I sing, oh, what a beautiful morning, you guys are going to do that. All right. It starts like this. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on that meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing way up to the sky. It's your turn. Oh, what a beautiful morning. And we're going to use our hands to do this. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, the cattle are standing like statues. Yeah, those cattle are standing like statues. They don't even wink as they see me go by. But a little brown maverick is winking its eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Everybody, oh, what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy here, don't miss a tree. An old weeping willow is laughing at me last time. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Move those arms. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. Everybody sing. Everything's going my way. Oh, yeah. All right. You guys, I got you singing a little bit, and I got to drink a lot more water because singing, of course, and playing baseball makes you very thirsty. I have to get my baseball hat. All right. Because we have the world, this is a funny baseball hat, isn't it? Because we have the World Series going on, right? And so we've got to sing for those guys. They're playing the World Series. We've got the LA Dodgers and the Tampa Bay Rays, right? Anybody watch baseball? Beatrice, do you watch baseball?
No.
You don't like baseball, huh? Football? No, none of those things. How about you, Frank?
I watch it sometimes.
Okay, cool. How about you, Cornelia? Watch baseball?
Baseball?
Yeah,
No, I don't.
you don't watch baseball. Anybody play Frank, did you used to play baseball?
A little bit, very little.
A little bit. Okay, well, you know what? Then you are going to send out the first pitch, okay? And Beatrice, can you pitch a baseball?
No.
No, I bet Kelly can.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Kelly's going to do one too. All right, so you've got your imaginary baseball right here. In fact, Kelly, you know what? Frank's, so you do it first. Can you? All right, you throw out the ball. Throw out the ball. Kelly, you ready? Throw out the ball to me. Throw it to me. Oh, and I hit it. And anybody catch it?
And I take it.
Oh,
There we go. Catch it.
Yep.
Got
All
it.
right.
Oh.
Well, now we can sing because you caught the ball. All right. And he's out or she's out.
Oh,
So you ready? Okay. This is that one about take me out to the ball game. So I need some hands moving like this because it's a big dramatic one. And, you know, there's popcorn involved. So can you, and guess what, Beatrice, if you move a little bit, you might warm up. Okay. So put your hands up like this and move like this. And 1 and a 2 and a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Yeah. All right, you guys. Good one. Good singing. So I have to tell you my little baseball story. I am the world's worst, well, I don't say the worst, but one of the worst baseball players ever. Because, well, especially when I was young, I was scared of the baseball. I thought it was going to hit me on the head. Now, it's so funny because I never realized why I was so scared. But then later on in life, I put 2 and 2 together and it's like, oh, I was hit by a car when I was 7 years old. So, and it was in my, you know, I had a bunch of head injuries and stuff like that. And say later, it's like, well, no wonder I was afraid of the baseball. You know, I'd already been hit up in the head. So I didn't need any more head injuries. So maybe that's why. But anyway, so I was always the last person to be picked on the baseball team in elementary school, right? And they'd put me way out in left field, of course, right? Where I'd be sitting there out in left field going, oh, that's a nice airplane that just flew by. Oh, look at that cloud up there, right? And I wasn't paying attention to the ball at all, right? Except once in a while, oh no, here comes the ball. Ah! And I go like this, ah! And I duck down like that, and the ball would never, you know, it never hit me on the head at least, but I'd never catch it, of course, until one day, many, many years later. Okay. And this is a true story, folks. None of this is made up. Okay. I was 23 years old, 24 years old, and I was working as a teacher's aide in a program with developmentally disabled adults. And I had been doing this for about a year, and I got to go to the baseball game with them. Now, that was a big deal back then because this was in San Francisco. Our program was in downtown San Francisco, and I had to take, these are adults, but there was many of them, 12 or 13, they used to call mentally retarded or, you know, developmentally disabled adults with one other teacher. And we'd take 3 buses to get out to Candlestick Park. Frank, you remember Candlestick Park since you're a baseball fan? Did you ever go there? Yeah, it's cold out there. So everybody's had like 20 coats. You ladies, Kelly and Ashley, you know, this was way before your time. I think,
Fine.
you don't remember Candlestick? Did you get out to Candlestick?
Always
You did? All right. For like, what do they have out there when you were there? Probably like a concert or something. But anyway.
They used to have baseball out there.
Oh, they sure did.
And the 49ers.
Oh, the 49ers. Of course, the Niners that were out there. Yes. Well, anyway, so when I went out there, it was the Giants. Okay. And it just so happened we got tickets. The group got tickets for one of the last baseball games that the famous Willie McCovey, and he was like a god in baseball terms. He was getting ready to retire. And then these were his last couple games, right? So anyway, we were out there, and whenever Willie McCovey got up to bat, right, everybody would stand up. Let's see if I can do this. They'd stand up, right? Whoa, Willie McCovey, right? Well, all right. So it was Willie McCovey was up, and we were all standing up. Yay, Willie McCovey, right? The whole crew was standing up, clapping, and we were behind the home plate, right? Up in the stands, up in the nosebleed seats. But that Willie McCovey, man, he could hit the ball like nobody's business, right? So he got up, and sure enough, he hit that ball, and it was like a rocket. It went up in the air, and all of a sudden that dreaded cold candlestick wind came up, and it, instead of going out to be bye-bye baby, it blew it back towards the home plate. And sure enough, I looked up, and here comes the ball. And I was standing up, okay? I was standing up at that point. I'm looking up, right? And then I go, oh no, it's gonna come and hit me on the head. And I sit down like this, and right as I sat down, guess what I sat on? Willie McCovey's foul ball. I sat on it. I caught it with my derriere. I did. I'm not making this up. And I sat on it, and I picked it, and I was like, oh, I picked it up. I got Willie McCovey's foul ball. And the whole crew was like, woo, woo, woo. Well, these days, right, somebody would dive in and steal that ball. But there was like, I was surrounded by students, and we were all clapping. And I was so amazed that I caught it, of course, with my derriere, my bottom, that I was just kind of in shock myself. And my co-teacher, the head teacher, turns to me and he says, Katy, now, we can't stay to the end of the game because we have to catch all those 3 buses back to the center. And I was like, that's all right. And he goes, are you okay? You can't get it signed. I'm like, oh, well, I got Willie McCovey's foul ball. It's all good because I don't know anything about baseball trivia. Well, I got home and I told my husband this story. He's a big baseball fan. And I showed him the foul ball, told him the story. And he goes, did you get it signed? I said, no, we had to leave and take the students back to the center. He goes, what? You didn't get it signed? It's not worth anything now. And I was like, well, I got this ball. I got the story, right? That's worth something. Well, sure enough, when we've got our first computer, we went online and we checked. And how much and this was way back, I want to say 20 years ago, how much that foul ball, if I had it signed 20 years ago, was worth how much money? Baseball trivia, collectors get these things. How much would it be worth? Anybody guess? How much money would that ball be worth if I had it signed by Willie McCovey? How much money? Would anybody want to guess? $3? $300?
$1,000.
$8,000.
Wow.
$8,000 if I had it signed.
That was 20 years.
Wow. I could go to Hawaii on that. Dang, I should have had it signed. But anyway, I have this story, and it makes me really watch the baseball game because I'm going to see who want to catch the foul balls. All right, because it's baseball season. But it's also ghost story season. All right, and weird stories. So it's time to tell some ghost stories and sing some songs. Hey, Kelly, do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
You do. All right. Have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
Okay, good. That's all right. All right. Because, you know, it's a little tricky to see those ghosts. All right. Because they're, well, they're tricky. I'm going to get my cowboy hat on because this is kind of a Western ghost story. There we go. All right. Now, hang on. I'm going to tell a Western ghost story. Oh, we have to sing this song, folks. You will hear this song this week. Let's see, what's today? Today's the 21st, and at least next week, okay? Because it's about those ghosts and they're riding. Where are they riding? Anybody know this song? Ghost Riders. Where are they? Where? In the sky. Yeah. All right. Now, you guys are going to help me sing this song. So everybody put your hands out like this. Come on, put your hands up. We're going to wake up everybody. And then you go like this. No, you're clapping. That's it. Okay. Because that's the horses. You're riding on your horse now. You ready? Okay. And when I sing, and the chorus is, I'm going to teach you the chorus and I want you to sing it. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. All right. Old cowpoke went riding out when dark and windy day. On the ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a red-eyed bird of hell he did soar, open up the cloudy skies, up that cloudy draw, everybody sing. Yippee-yi-yay, I can't hear you. Yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves was made of steel. Hee-haw! Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through them as they thundered through the sky. For he saw the riders coming hard. Hee-haw! And he heard their mournful cry. Get ready to sing now. Yippee-yi-yay. Yippee-yi-oh. Everybody. Ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked in sweat. Woo! They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught 'em yet. 'Cause I gotta ride forever on that range up in the sky with horses, dirt, and fire, fire. As I rode, I heard him cry. Get ready to sing now. Yippee-yi-yay. Yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. This is a scary part. As the riders rode on by me, he heard one call his name. Hey, Frank, if you want to save your soul, mail riding on this range. Then cowboys, change your ways today, or with them you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd along these lonesome skies. Last time, everybody put your hands in, one hand in the air, come on. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Yeehaw! All right. Okay, now. Well, this is the perfect hat for this story. It really is, because this is kind of a Western story, but it's also funny because it's about a ghost, but okay, so Ashley, I didn't ask you, do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, yeah.
Sort of, okay. I have to ask Cornelia. Cornelia, my dear, do you believe in ghosts? Ghosts, woo, ghosts?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness, we got several believers here. How about you, Frank? Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, it's possible. I can't promise all of it, but some of it.
Yeah, sometimes. Okay. How about you, Beatrice? Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
No, you're the disbeliever. Okay. Well, you'll like this story because this story is about, well, somebody they think is a ghost, but it turns out it's not a ghost. So it's a true story. Happened to my cousin. My cousin's he's kind of a wild Western artist. Okay. And he and his brother, my other cousin, they brought this land, and it was way up, way up on this winding road outside of the town of Mariposa, and it's way up a hill. In fact, it was the last property on this hill, and they just had bought this house, and they were outside fixing the fence they were right near the road, and it was kind of a hot day, and they were working away, and all of a sudden this Volkswagen van comes chugging up the road, and it was this couple, and the man pulled over, and he comes out and he goes, "Hey, is there anything up at the end of this road here?" And my cousin said, no, just an old water tower up there, nothing else. And they said, okay. And they kept chugging up the road. And they just figured, they were going to go find a, campsite or something, right? Didn't think anything of it. And they fixed the fence, as much as they could do. And then that night they went inside their little tiny house, which, by the way, had no electricity. They just had a little propane lamp and stuff like that, right? Well, they had a hard day, so they got out the cans of beans. They were eating their cans of beans. They had a little bottle of whiskey, and they were playing cards. And all of a sudden, they heard this horrible noise like this. Ready? Like that. Boom, chilling. Oh, right? Scary. And they were like, both jumped up, and both of them at the same time said to one another, "Oh my gosh, it's that couple that went up the hill." Because see, they never saw them come back, right? They never saw the Volkswagen come back. And they said, "Oh my gosh, the fella's beating up the gal. We better go out and save her. We'll go out and save her and see if she's okay." Because it sounded like a woman screaming in pain, right? And so they got their flashlights because it sounded like really close by, right? And they got their flashlights and they went out to the road because that's where they heard it. And they shone their flashlight. They heard the sound, and they shone their flashlight across the road where the sound came from. And then all of a sudden, they heard it on the other side of the road. Right? And they were like, "Oh no." And then they turned to each other, and "That's no woman." And the one cousin who had just spent a lot of time in Mexico said, "That's not a woman. That's a ghost. That's La Llorona."
You're moving the table.
Right? La Llorona? La Llorona is a famous Mexican ghost. She also comes up here sometimes and haunts various places outside. And she's the ghost of a lady who, she went crazy and did some bad stuff. And so she roams the world looking for her children and screaming. And so they were like, "Oh my gosh, how scary. We're haunted. This property's haunted." And they ran inside their house, and they locked the doors, and they kept hearing it all night long. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, how are we ever going to stay here? We've got a haunted cabin." and they were like, oh my gosh, tossing and turning. Nobody could sleep all night long. And they wake up. Well, they probably slept for about an hour. They woke up early, and sure enough, the bad thing was there was no coffee. They'd forgotten to buy coffee. So they had to drive down to the little store way down the end of the road, and they had to get some coffee. And while they were in there, they decided to ask the fella who'd lived there, the storekeeper. He'd been there for a long, long time. He said, they asked him, is this place haunted? We heard this, screaming all night long. Have you ever heard that there's some ghosts around here? And the storekeeper, you know what he did? What he did, Frank? He started laughing. And he was laughing and laughing at these guys. And finally, he stopped laughing. And he says, and they said, what's going on? What's so funny? He goes, that's not a ghost. You know what that is? You know what that is? Can you guys guess? What was that screaming? Can you guess? Anybody been up the country? The wild animal.
Coyote, a rabbit.
Close, but no cigar. A mountain lion.
Oh.
And here they were. The scorekeeper goes, that's a mountain lion in heat.
Ooh.
And you don't want to run into that mountain lion in heat, right?
Oh.
They have been known to attack human beings. And so, the storekeeper said, well, you city slickers better take care of yourselves and not go out checking on those mountain lions in heat, okay? Just know that. And he laughed and laughed. And they got out of there with their tails between their legs. They were so embarrassed. They'd been out thinking it was a ghost or a woman, and it was a mountain lion in heat. So sometimes you just don't know what it is. And maybe it's something else, right, Beatrice? Not a ghost. Yeah. Though, human beings love to think of, ghosts and witches. Halloween is so fun, right? And as a kid, I personally, loved to get a little scared. In fact, for real, folks, when I was a little girl, my parents knew that I loved ghosts, and I was just learning to read, and they got me a ghost book. And I read every single one of those stories at least twice, because I just loved getting scared, right? So this is a song about this, and it's a funny song. And I think it was, it's a famous guy from New Orleans, and his name will come to me, but it's about putting a spell on you. So everybody put your hands out like this. When you put your hands out, move your fingers towards me, all right? Okay, great. All right, and we're gonna put a spell on me. You guys are gonna put a spell on me. You ready? And it goes like this. I'll put a spell on you because you're mine. You better stop the things that you do. You know I ain't lying. You better quit your fooling around. You better quit your put me down. I put a spell on you because you're mine. Anybody ever heard, you like that one? Who did that song? I think it was, it's not Howlin' Wolf. It might have been Howlin' Wolf. He did a lot of those cool songs, but oh yeah. And then he used to howl. He used to really get up there on the stage. Anybody, you guys, you youngins, you can look him up on YouTube, Howlin' Wolf. He used to actually howl, really howl on, and it was really good. So I am going to get another song from, and it's a ghost song. Wait a second, I'm going to change hats. Gotta find me my ghost song. Anybody been to Australia? To the outback? No? Anybody been out there? Well, you know, they say part of it's kind of haunted. Yep, it's haunted out there. Hang on. And they got this guy. Have to find my book. Got a lot of songbooks in here. And this is a song that you guys all know, but maybe you didn't know that it was a ghost song. It's called Waltzing Matilda. Remember Waltzing Matilda? Anybody remember that song? Nobody? Frank, you know Waltzing Matilda? Yeah? Okay. Well, you'll have to lead the crew. That's not Cornelia. You know Waltzing Matilda?
I'm sorry.
You do? Okay. Well, then, did you know it was a ghost song? How about you, Beatrice? It's a ghost song. So we're going to sing it. And I'm going to have to interpret it before I sing it because this is about, all right, a poacher. Because a swag man, what it says, in fact, Kelly and Ashley, do you guys know this song? Wow, I am here to educate. I love to educate the young, okay? And this song has a lot of Australian slang. So if you're ever over there, you can remember it. A swag man is a poacher, okay? I'm going to interpret, show you a couple of words before I start singing it. And the coolibah is a tree down in Australia. And his billy is his, dinner. And a jumbuck is and what do they have down in Australia? Those big things that jump. Come on, you guys. Kangaroos. A jumbuck is a kangaroo. And a billabong is a river that because they have really extreme seasons, in the dry seasons, it dries completely up, but it runs in the wet season. All right, so you ready? So everybody, we're gonna waltz. Okay, waltzing like this. So put one hand out like this, waltzing, all right. So when I say waltzing Matilda, we'll all waltz. Okay, you ready? Once a jolly swagman camped beside a billabong under the shade of a coolibah tree. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, everybody. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he watched and waited for his bill to boil. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Down came a jumbuck to drink at the billabong. Up jumped the swag man and grabbed him with glee. And he sang as he stowed that jumbuck in his tucker bag. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Everybody, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he stored that jumbuck in his tucker bag. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Up rode the squatter, mounted on his thoroughbred. Down came the troopers, 1, 2, 3. Where's that jolly jumbuck you got inside your tucker bag? You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Everybody, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he threw that jumbuck in his tucker bag. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Up jumped the swag man and sprang into the billabong. You'll never catch me alive, cried he. And his ghost may be heard as you walk beside the billabong. Everybody sing, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Everybody, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. and his ghost may be heard. As you walk beside the billy bong, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Isn't that a cute song? I love that song. And it's a great ghost story, right? Of course, there's a poacher ghost. I love ghost stories. All right. Well, I have to tell my Berkeley ghost story. Okay, see if I think we do have a little time. All right. Now, I have to say that Berkeley is known for all kinds of things, but New Orleans is known for a lot of ghosts, and it's got Berkeley beat for those, and also voodoo, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. And they have this thing down there where these little stores. Who's been to New Orleans? Oh, you have? You lucky thing. Wow. Did you go into any of those little potion shops? You were afraid. You just went into the bars. I'm sorry. But did you like New Orleans?
Yes.
Okay, I really want to go. And I actually had a friend that lived there for a long time. She lived there for 3 years, and she just loved it, but she couldn't stand the heat, had to get out of there. But anyway, they have these potion stores, and Berkeley, well, they have a different kind of potion stores, but same the same thing. You have to be careful when you have these potions, because you could get in trouble. So this song is about that. It's called Love Potion number. What number was it, Frank? Love Potion number what?
Wouldn't tell you.
Anybody know this? Love Potion number 9. All right, that's it. And that's the part. Okay, so be careful, Cornelia, Beatrice. You drink your Love Potion number 9. You might get in trouble like this fella did. All right, you ready? All right, is this a lively one? So I want you to, it's a dancing one. So can you move your hand, put your hands up and go side to side like this? Just a little bit. All right, you ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. I took my troubles down to Madame Ruth. You know that gypsy with the gold cap tooth. She's got a storefront, 34th and Vine, selling little bottles of, everybody sing, Love Potion number 9. I told her I was a flop with chicks. I've been that way since 1956. She looked at me funny. She made a magic sign. She said, what you need is, everybody, Love Potion number 9. She turned around and gave me a wink. She said, I'm going to fix it right here in the sink. It smelled like turpentine. It looked like India ink. I held my nose, I closed my eyes. I took a drink. I didn't know if it was day or night. I started kissing everything in sight. But when I kissed, I copped down on 34th and Vine. He broke my little bottle of Love Potion number 9. Love Potion number 9. Oh, yeah. Isn't that a great one? You've heard that song before, right, Cornelia?
Yes.
Did you hear that song? I love that song. It's so true today, too. You can still, there are still love potions out there. You have to be careful, okay? So, and in fact, when I was very young, I loved ghost stories, but I really didn't think, like when I became an adult, I was thinking, well, I think ghosts are really for people who've maybe had too many love potions or aren't seeing correctly or hearing correctly. But then something happened to me right here in the city of Berkeley, where I live and have lived for a long, long time, that came to, mean that maybe there were ghosts, made me believe in ghosts, actually. And it was right next door. In fact, actually, I can see the house as I'm talking to you right now. It was this old house, And they had, this is a long, long time ago. I've lived in the same house, believe it or not, for 39 years. Okay. So this house, this old, I live in an old house, and right next to me is a really old house in this part of Berkeley. Anyway, and when I first moved in, the neighbor next door here in this house was very friendly. And he would always, he was an old cowboy from Colorado, but he'd moved to Berkeley and he really liked it. And he was like, hey, how you doing? And one day he said, Katie, I got a problem with my house. And I said, his name was Skip. And I said, Skip, you're a contractor. You got to just fix it. You're a carpenter. Just give it a little bang here. No. It's not that kind of a problem with my house. I think my house is haunted. I said, haunted? Oh, come on, Skip. That's just an old creaky old house like mine. Mine's an old creaky old house. I understand that. Just have to put a little WD-40 on the hinges or something, stop the creaking. He goes, no. Up in the upstairs, right at the top of the stairs, there's a little room. And at night, right in the middle of the night, there's a door that opens and closes all by itself. And I said, well, that sounds like it's probably the wind, doesn't it? And he goes, nope, it is a ghost. Okay. I said, what are you going to do? Get an exorcist. So he got an exorcist. She lit a bunch of candles, all this stuff. And, it didn't seem to work. And, he had a little problem with his roommate and he wanted to move out of there. So we were sorry when he moved, but he did. And this group of these students moved in and they were kind of noisy, but we liked them. They weren't too bad. And one day I was leaning over the fence after doing I saw him in the yard and I said, hey, how's your house? And they said, oh, it's kind of funky, but we like it. And I think, and the young guy said, it's kind of noisy and up there, upstairs. I said, noisy, really? Well, there's a lot of you that are probably making noise. He said, no. In the middle of the night, the door in this one room opens all by itself and closes all by itself. And we were like, whoa, that's pretty weird. That's exactly what the last guy said. And they didn't see those guys, they were both renters. They didn't know each other, right? So that was kind of weird. What an interesting coincidence, right? But then they all moved out. And then a little family moved in. And they were kind of cute at first when we first met them, the father and the mother, and they had a grandma there, and they had two little kids, and we invited them over for tea. And we were sitting around talking about the neighborhood, having tea. And I said, well, how's the house? And I said, that house, and I was just laughing. I said, well, this is probably a joke, but the last two people who have lived there said that the house was haunted. And they, both of them at the same time, jumped up and they almost spilled their tea. And they said, oh my gosh, that's what that is. There's a door at the top of the house and it opens all by itself, closes all by itself. And I started, wow, that's really weird. And I got the goosebumps thinking, this is a third time. What's going on here? Okay. And thank God they moved out very soon after that, because it came to find out that the woman, the mom in that group she was a pathological liar, and she would walk all around the neighborhood getting to know people, but then she would start hurling gossip. And she actually had somebody come over while she was sitting on her front stoop and give her a punch in the face because she was telling lies about everybody in the neighborhood. Anyway, thank gosh, they moved out. And then this big, tall fella named Moses. I'm not making this up. His name was Moses. He was from Israel. And he moved in to this house all by himself. And he had been, are you ready, in the Israeli army. He was a big buff guy, 6'3" or something like that. And he moved in. I thought, he's going to get rid of that ghost. No problem. He's not going to have any problem with that. He's a tough guy. He's been in the army. Well, no. One day, guess what? I was sitting there with my youngest child, feeding him, and it's raining outside and storming. And all of a sudden, this is in the morning, I hear a big slamming on my door. And I look out my little peephole, and there's Moses. And he's standing there and he's shaking like this. He's open the door, open the door. And I said, what's going on? And I opened the door and I said, Moses, did you get assaulted? What happened? What happened? He goes, no, the ghost kept me up all night long. It was making noises. I said, can you come over? And he said to me, and here I was, I had my little baby in my arms. You know what he said? Can you come over and check on the ghost? And I said, no, I'm not going to go over with my tiny baby and check on your ghost. Anyway, he got scared. He moved out of that house. Finally, this really nice lady moves in, and she's a single mom. She's got a daughter who's 14. They move in, and I don't tell her anything about the ghost, all these stories. No, I'm not going to tell her that until one day she invites me over to dinner. I said, Regina, your house is purportedly haunted, And she goes, oh, no, don't tell Simone. That was her daughter. Because Simone, 14, 15 years old, was home by herself doing her homework where, Regina was working. I said, don't worry, I won't tell Simone. And then 2 weeks later, I drove into my driveway and there's Simone. I mean, not Simone, Regina, the mom. And she's standing out and she's waving at me and she looks really upset. And I said, and so I pulled over. I said, Regina, what's wrong? And she said, Katy, Simone, that's her daughter, she saw the ghost. She saw the ghost. And the ghost came to her and it stood in front of her while she was on her computer. The ghost had a long white dress and she would stand like this. And she had her hands right on her belly and stare at Simone. And Simone got scared and she would just freeze. And finally the ghost would go away. And it happened twice. The third time, Simone noticed the ghost wasn't going to hurt her. So Simone says, hey, I'm going to call you Liberty because you take liberties. And you know what? What's wrong, Liberty? That's what she said. Are you okay? And you know what? The ghost disappeared and no one has ever heard of that ghost since. So I just think, ghosts need a little attention too. So if you ever see a ghost, Frank, just say, how you doing? And it'll go away. That's my theory, okay? And I'm sticking to it. All right, that's a true story, and it happened right here in Berkeley. So it could happen to you. All right. So I'm going to change hats. All right. Okay, we just have time for a couple more songs. Now, the ghost to Elvis. He could be around. I think if Ghost was Elvis around, he would wear a hat like this. All right. So I want to do an Elvis song because supposedly, there are purported sightings of Elvis. Yes, indeed. He comes around a lot. He does. All right. So I want to sing you an Elvis song. And you know what? I think this is my favorite for Halloween because everybody likes to dress up on Halloween, or a lot of people do. Did you like to dress up on Halloween, Frank? No, not really. How about you? Now I have to ask the youngins because they probably went trick-or-treating. No, you didn't dress up on Halloween.
I'm not a big Halloween fan.
You didn't do it, huh? My grandkids don't dress up because on Halloween because of religious reasons. They dress up on All Souls Day as saints. Yeah. So it's interesting. Everybody's got a different take on that. How about you? Did you dress up, Cornelia, on Halloween? No, never went to a Halloween dance party with a mask. I know they do that in Europe. In Europe, they don't just do it on Halloween, you know. They do it in February. They call it Carnival. How about you, Beatrice? Beatrice, did you go trick or treating?
No.
No. See, some people did. My mother, who, bless her soul, she would be about how old? 96 if she was alive. She passed away about 6, 7 years ago. And she said in Vallejo, which is not very far from here, they didn't do dress up. They didn't do trick or treating when she was growing up. You know what it was? Trick or treating was? It was when the weird kids came out and threw eggs at your house and started fires and put soap, you know, on your doorknob and all that crazy stuff. Yeah. But as we got older, people dressed up for it, right? So I think if Elvis was around, he'd probably all be in blue on Halloween because he'd have to wear his blue suede shoes. Okay. All right. So it's time for your Elvis warm up. Sit up straight. Take a nice deep breath in. Bring your shoulders up. Okay. Now, can you move your shoulders? Move your and move your hands at the same time. Move your hands and move your shoulders. All right. Can you do that? All right. And you go, well, can I hear you say, well, and even you youngins, well, Beatrice, even you, well, at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go, and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything to say off my blue suede shoes. You can rob my house, step on my face, slap my name all over the place. Do anything that you want to do, but honey, stay off them shoes and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything, say my blue suede shoes. Everybody sing blue, blue, blue suede shoes. Said blue, blue, blue suede shoes. Said blue, blue, blue suede shoes. You can do anything, but stay off of my blue suede orthopedic shoes. Yeah, that's what Elvis would wear if he was alive for Halloween. All right, you guys. Well, we have a couple more songs, and I thought I'd do another Elvis song. Okay. Or wait, actually. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do a song that's not Elvis, but somebody around the same time as Elvis. It's Buddy Holly, I think. And you know, I'm going to do this song because as I grew up, I used to love Halloween. I even more than when I was a kid, though I loved it a lot because I like getting the chocolate candy and eating it all, you know, because I, Katie McDonald, am a chocoholic. I love chocolate. And so I liked that when I was a kid. But as I grew older, we'd have Halloween parties and we'd dance. And it's so much fun to me to dance in costume because you kind of feel like freedom because not everybody knows if you don't have a mask on, maybe they don't know who you are making fool of yourself, right? Okay, so that's about this song. And it goes like this. In fact, you know what, you guys? You're going to really work up a good appetite for lunch. Okay, so I want you move it like this. One hand forward, one hand back, one hand forward. Beatrice, can you move one hand forward, one hand back? Cornelia, one hand forward, one hand back, like this. Okay, all right, now keep doing it. And if you can't do that, just clap. And it goes like this. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around. Uh-oh. Sorry. Stop video. I got rocking too long. Wait, here it goes. I'm sorry. We're going to start that one again because, you know, my video, I rocked too hard and I rocked into the computer. All right, we're going to try that again. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. Then rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join behind. We'll have some fun. Stop. One, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock. Dawn so light. We're gonna rock, rock, rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 1, we'll cool up at 4. A band shows down, we'll get some more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock. The dawn's so light. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the chimes ring 5, 6, and 7, we'll be rocking in 7. Heaven gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock. Don't say night. We're gonna rock, rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 12, cool off then. Start rocking the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till the dawn daylight. We're gonna rock, rock around the clock tonight. All right. Got you guys dancing a little bit. Chair dancing. That's a good one. Bully Holly, I think. Is that right? Most of the time I know these things, but sometimes I forget, you know. Hard to keep up with all those good rockers. There were so many of them, right? The Big Bopper, Buddy Holly, right? Little Richard. Oh man, all those guys could rock. Like, all right. Well, listen, we got one more song and then I am going to say goodbye because I don't want to wear you guys out. And plus it'll be lunchtime. All right. So this is another Elvis song. And it's so funny because it's about a haunted hotel. Haunted hotel. Anybody know what the name of this haunted hotel? No. Heartbreak Hotel. Yeah. So if you know it, sing it. You ready? And everybody sit up straight because you guys are going to help me sing this. Yep, you are. Sit up straight. Take a nice deep breath in. All right. And you say, well, can I hear you say, well, Beatrice? Well, you got it? How about Kelly and Ashley? Well, can you say it? They're Frank. Well, how about you, Cornelia? Well, you got it. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Well, since my baby left me and found a new place to dwell, I'm down the end of lonely street at Heartbreak Hotel. I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. I get so lonely I could die. Although it's always crowded, you can find some room where broken-hearted love is cry away. I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. I get so lonely I could die. The bellhop tears keep flowing. The desk clerk's dressed in black. They've been so long on lonely street, ain't never coming back. I get so lonely, I get so lonely, I get so lonely I could die. So if your baby leaves you and you got a place to tell, just take a walk down lonely street to Heartbreak Hotel, baby. I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. I get so lonely. I could cry. That's a haunted hotel, I'd say. Don't go to that hotel. All right, you guys. Well, it's been great singing with you. I hope you don't see any mountain lions tonight or ghosts or hear any creaky doors. And like I said, if you see any, ghosts, just say, how you doing? Be friendly and it'll be all right. Okay, so I'm going to pack it up. And okay, also some homework, because I'm a Berkeley adult school teacher. I give very hard homework. And here we go. Keep singing, because singing is good for you. It is really good for you. Okay. All right. Keep moving around if possible. And that's right, Cornelia. She's ready to dance a couple more. And all right. And then, be nice to your friends there and the staff, because they're very, very nice people there. All right. I miss you all being in person, but this is it's what we got to do. Right. So I'm going to pack up just like this. Pack up all my cares and woes. Here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me and sugar's sweet, so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here could love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they'll hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll be home late tonight. Blackbird, bye, bye. Blackbird, bye, bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks for dance along and sing along. And I'll see you next week. And then, we'll talk about chocolate, okay? And Halloween. Mwah! Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.